Emily needs to learn how to tap into her own strength. She's learning that now, and the way you do that is by tapping into or accepting your shadow, which is something she hasn't done. She hasn't fully done that, or else she'd be able to claim her power, which is hers. Because she has a lot of power, and I've recognized that from her in the start. There's nothing worse than seeing somebody not achieve their God-given potential, or whatever deity or lack thereof you believe in or don't believe in. It doesn't really matter. It's a fucking expression. But anyway, point is that she doesn't do that. She doesn't do that. She'd be surprised. I know more about her than she would even think, because basically, even though deep down inside we're the same, our lifestyles are totally different, or I should say not totally different, actually. It's way more similar than you would think. And we share some vices in common as well, but I don't need to talk about that right now. Well, in to a certain extent I am talking about it, but her main problem is that she doesn't like, how do I know this, Emily? I know that you when you get angry, you are very much passive aggressive. You don't necessarily, you're likely to give the silent treatment, not because you're trying to be rude. It's just it's a defense mechanism. You don't really know how to be your authentic self, and that's what I learned about you, and that's why I stopped taking it to heart when you were giving me the silent treatment. Now the thing about the silent treatment is that fucking, like, it's great that I'm with you. I mean it's perfect because you really trigger me, which is fucking good, because it helps me get over the shit which has plagued me my entire life. And it's good that I'm the opposite of you in many ways, because I do the same for you. And that's what a good relationship should be. So, yeah, I mean, when it was silent treatment, that's how my mom would just shut me out. She would just shut me out, gaslight me. I mean, I'm used to that. That's my childhood. Getting gaslit, getting shut out. If I did something wrong, and then I'd be like, what the fuck did I do? What the fuck did I do? Emily does the same thing to me. It's funny. You really do marry your fucking parents. And, but yeah, I mean, she's not doing it out of malice. It's just a defense mechanism she never found a better way to, her problem was, she'll be blown away that I know all this, because Emily, when you're someone like me, you're the rebel, and you're forced to be by yourself a lot, and you're going against the grain all the fucking time, and lots of people fucking hate you for the wrong reasons. They constantly misjudge you, and they know nothing about you, and anytime you show good self-esteem, they take it as arrogance, when it's just self-esteem, because they don't have that, because they themselves have lost touch with who they are. And that's the one thing, I lost touch with people growing up, but I never lost touch with myself, because if I lost touch with myself, I don't think I'd be able to survive the hard-ass life I had to live. I simply don't think I'd be able to survive if I didn't have such a keen sense of self, of who I am, my goals, what the fuck I want out of life. So even in the most difficult times, I was always able to pull myself up, because I knew who the fuck I was, and I know how strong I am. I know the shit that I can go through. I know what I can take. I know my limits, and I don't really think I have any limits, honestly. I've been every fucking body type imaginable. I've been super fat, super fucking skinny, and right now, whatever the fuck this is, which is a mix of the two. So, point is like, how does someone undergo, because I did a fucking fast, a religious fast for like 20 fucking days was my longest, without food or water. And I actually did that. And people can vouch for that, and they couldn't even believe that I did it. But I was able to do it because my will is strong. So to me, I mean, I'm big and shit, and I don't give a fuck, because I know I could easily get down to a really skinny fucking weight if I want. I like carrying some weight on me, because in case I gotta fucking defend you, Emily, it's gonna come to my advantage. It's gonna come to my advantage, even though when I was 180 pounds, I still I punked out a fucking 6'8", 400-pound monster of a man. That I got him to walk away. We were about to honestly fight, And I got this motherfucker to back down. And he was 6'8", about maybe 350, 400 fucking pounds. An absolute mammoth of a man. So I could do the same shit at a smaller weight, but I still do like being the size I am. Although I'm trying to get down a little bit. Just a little bit. We'll see. No, we won't see, because it's going to happen. It's lack of a priority on my mind right now, because there are more important things. Like taking care of fucking business and helping you be the best that you can fucking be. Because Emily, we're the same, and that's what you don't understand. Because I know this, because I can see, because since I chose that life for myself, the rebel life, you know, I'd rather be hated than liked for who I wasn't. I'd rather be the most hated motherfucker in the room than liked for somebody I wasn't, just to fit in, just to be accepted. It's funny, because I learned this all on the underground. Marilyn Manson, black metal, power electronics, all that shit, dude. It's really shaped my life philosophy in the way that it shaped it in a good way. It really taught me a lot about grit. And I guess that's why I was always attracted to those old cowboy movies, because I could relate to grit. I do have grit. I do have tenacity. I never give the fuck up. I never give the fuck up. When I want something, I commit my whole soul to it. Because to me, why the fuck would you do anything if you don't take it to the furthest extent? So I don't let myself slack. It's like, motherfucker, you want to be a rock star? You want to be that? Get up on fucking stage, do it, be very successful. No fucking failure whatsoever. Because I don't give myself the option to fail. Because I can't lie to myself. I can't lie to myself. Even though motherfuckers would say I'm delusional, I cannot lie to myself. If I deceive somebody else, it's out of survival at all times. Yeah, that's the only reason I would ever deceive somebody, is so that I could personally survive. And I try not to do that, because I like to be above such behavior. But, when you're dealing with fucked up people, then you may have to be a little deceptive. Learn the game, Emily. Learn the game. So it's like, Emily, you are just like me. The difference is, at a young age, you sacrificed who you were so that you could be lots of people do that. They sacrifice who they are so they'll be accepted. And I was like, it's like impossible for me to do that. It's impossible. It's because then I feel as if I'm not being real. And if I'm not being real, then who the fuck am I and what the fuck am I? I have to stand for something. I have to be somebody who really is true and authentic to himself as humanly possible. And that can be in many different ways, by even expressing my vulnerabilities and such. So Emily, I always knew that we were the same but different. And that's one of the things that instantly drew me to you, is that you, Emily, are you get it on some level. I mean, you're into fucking noise. Noise is music for fucking absolute weirdos and rejects. You get all types. You get queer people in noise. You get fucking motherfuckers like me in noise. You get all types of people in noise. So I know on some level you understand giving into your shadow. You're very feminine. You're a classic woman. You don't like to be mad. You don't like to show anger, because it's more socially unacceptable for a woman than a man to show anger. So you try to handle things in a delicate way, in a graceful way, and you do. But sometimes that's not enough. Sometimes you need to be forceful. You need to stand for something. What do you stand for? What are your value system? That's another reason I never let any false friends around me. At a young age, I learned all this. I'm like, fuck, why would I have false friends? What, so they can plot behind my back? Why would I center myself around people who, if push came to shove, they would not take a bullet for me, but I would take a bullet for them? Because what else is the fucking point of being somebody's friend if you don't have their fucking back? Then you're just fake and you're using people for fucking feigned self-interest and deluding yourself. And I never did that. I never used people like that. And people will say I'm the scourge of the earth, and I kind of accepted being like that, but really it's just confidence that intimidates people. People are afraid of confidence because they don't have confidence. And that's what it comes down to. So I confused myself in the process, because I said, oh, I'm the worst there is. I'm the devil, blah, blah, blah. Hate me, hate me, hate me. It's like, dude, you don't need to do all that. I mean, you stand for who you are. You can still accept being a human being. That's what Emily was supposed to teach me, and that's why she came across my path. Because she had to remind me, because Emily looks just like a very well-dressed, normal person. And that's what I like about her, because I know I speak to that deep, dark part of her, which is what she needs to grow so that she can get after her goals and achieve her greatest fucking potential. And I know I speak to that, and that's another reason why she secretly likes me. Or what she secretly likes about me, I should say. Because it's no secret at this point. We both really, I mean, we're destined to be together. There's not a doubt in my mind. There's not a single fucking doubt in my mind. I have zero doubts about this subject. So, the interesting thing about Emily, she came across me and I was like, one of the interesting things about you, and I told her this, I'm like, you're very similar to me. Well, I don't think I used those words, but I said, you have some dark part of you, I could tell, some part that you need for survival, but you appear as such like a normal fucking person, for lack of a better term, because you would think the rebel misfit like me, of course he's gonna know some fucking shit, of course he's gonna be street smart, of course he's gonna know how to take care of himself. But, you know, the girl who appears all normal and like everybody else, I was able to recognize in her immediately. She's just like me. She hasn't grown into her power yet. She hasn't fully accepted herself because she's afraid of that dark, ugly side. But it's only dark and ugly, Emily, when you let it control your life, which is the mistake I made. And you helped me realize this without even realizing it, which is why I love you. Because you truly saved me from myself. But at the same time, you don't have to throw the baby out with the fucking bathwater. You can't reject it completely. You have to use it in healthy ways to get what you want out of life, what you're destined to get in life, and allow yourself to be all that you can be. And you can only do that when you give in to a little bit. You control the chaos within you, and you use it as a fucking force of God. Use it as a fucking force of God, and then you have power, and people respect you. People may hate me, but they respect me. How could they not? How could they fucking not respect me? So that's what it comes down to, my dear.